And we're gonna get this show beginning.
You say basement, boxing tall. You know I'm a warrior, right? Fuck that, I'm a champion. Basement, boxing talk. Left, right, jab in the hook. Better protect your jaw. 12 rounds if you can last. Better protect your fall. I got hits like Mayweather. You hit that round of applause. No question, the problem solved. Basement, boxing talk. Left, right, jab in the hook. Better protect your jaw. 12 rounds if you can last. Better protect your fall. I got hits like Mayweather. You hit that round of applause. No question, the problem solved. I'm feeling cocky. I hit a thing to beat the ring, a booth up like I'm Rocky. ASAP, any opponent think they can stop me. I stay strapped, chop, tryna learn my moves so you can copy. Gotta give it your all. Gotta give it your all. When you're back against the wall. When you're back against the wall. When you the one people call. When you the one people call. To keep greatness involved. To keep greatness involved. Basement, boxer talk. Left, right, jab in the hook. Better protect your jaw. 12 rounds if you can last. Better protect your fall. I got hits like Mayweather. You hit that round of applause. No question, the problem solved. Basement, boxer talk. Left, right, jab in the hook. Better protect your jaw. 12 rounds if you can last. Better protect your fall. I got hits like Mayweather. You hit that round of applause. No question, the problem solved.
It's your boy Basement Boxing Talk coming to you live from Clutch Radio, home of the Slick Rick Morning Show. I hope everybody having a great weekend, great Saturday. It's a 4th of July weekend. I hope everybody stay safe, enjoy themselves, and have a nice weekend. A lot of people off Monday morning. Don't party too hard. Don't forget about those. And hey, stay out. Don't drink and drive. Yeah, we live here at Clutch Radio, and we here live on YouTube. We waiting on a few people to come in on the show. See if guys can show up on the panel this evening before we get the show started. But we got a slew of things to talk about today in boxing. We also gonna talk about past fights. Fights that happened over the weekend, last weekend. Talk about the fights that's gonna happen this weekend. Hey, it should be a great show. It should be a great show. I'm just trying to get a brother some time to come on in and see what we got going on today. Other than that, I hope everybody been doing great. See few people that tuned in to the show. See my guys come in on the panel. Give them a few seconds. Yeah. Yeah, today we gonna chop it up. Man, for those who didn't I'll be waiting to see. Give you a list of things we in discussion today. We got the Carver fight tonight. They calling Baby B-Hop out of Brooklyn. He's fighting this evening on Showtime. I didn't really get to pay attention to the undercard this week, so as we doing the show, I get a chance to go through the undercard, see who's on this undercard for the week. We definitely gonna talk about the PBC card that was last week. We had the Gervonta Tank Davis fight last week against Mario Barros, and that came to be a terrific fight. Terrific fight. My shout outs to both fighters. Shout out to Tank for getting the win. Shout out to Mario for giving him a great fight. Hey, shout out to Jack Tripper. He in the building. What's good, brother? What's good? We also gonna talk about the Eric Lubin and Banana fight last weekend. That fight, shout out to both of them. But I got my opinions on that. I'm gonna express my opinions on the fight. We also gonna talk about the return of Lomachenko. Lomachenko came back last week and he fought Nakatami, and I admit I was wrong. I predicted Nakatami for the win. I thought he was going to be more aggressive than what he was. He wasn't. He was mild. He was just mild. And shouts out to Lomachenko. Lomachenko came out and actually he put in the great work. He put in the work. I'm not saying that Lomachenko he's ready to call out Theophane Lopez, and I guess it makes sense for him to call out Theophane Lopez since Lopez and just re-sign back with a top rank. So Bob Arum won't be losing. He won't be losing nothing on that fight. If either fighter wins, he got a contract with both fighters. So on that note, he will not lose on that fight. Other than that, I did not see the fight with Theophane Lopez and Lomachenko even happen again, because I thought that Lopez was going to move in another direction than with Bob Arum, but he didn't. Okay, we got my good brother in here. Good brother, Black Star Sports TV 2 in the building. What's good brother?
All right. What's going on, my man? How you doing?
Doing all right. What's going on?
Oh man, really hanging in there, bro. Hanging in there.
Yes,
man,
sir.
a little bit late, man, but I was moving around a little bit.
Ain't no problem. I'm just saying, giving the audience a little warm up. We live on Clutch Radio and YouTube, as we do. I'm just letting them know, just give them a little rundown about topics we were discussing today. I told them we would discuss the Tank fight, since we ain't went live since last weekend since the Tank fight. Talk about the Tank fight. We talk about the Eric Lubison fight. I guess we talk about the Lomachenko fight.
Oh man, yeah, got some things to talk about, bro, for sure, man. I haven't had a chance to even vocalize, in my opinion, on this for some time. So, man, yeah, you was something else last week for sure.
Yeah, and then we also got the fights this weekend. We got Baby B Hop in the ring this weekend. So yeah, man, you got some aggression to get off, man. I'll let you start off, bro.
Man,
well, I feel in where I need to be.
Yeah, it's just like I'm not really sure where to start, man. Where you want to start at?
All right. This is what we do. Let's start with Lomachenko, because we're gonna give our praise to Tank for him winning. So we're gonna start with Lomachenko, and then we'll work our way to the PBC fight.
Yeah, that Lomachenko fight, man. I have to say, bro, man, I stand solidly correct, because I really thought that Nakatani was gonna put the beat down on his ass, man. But his game plan was so clever, man, and he pretty much, that was the best I ever saw Lomachenko look, ever. I mean, his movement, that matrix was live in action, man. He was moving real well, and Nakatani couldn't find him, and he stayed inside his power, and he stayed around, and they kept moving. If you watch the fight, you look at Nakatani, he's looking for him the whole fight, and he can't get a beat in on him. So he never could get a square up on him the way he could feel comfortable to settle down and throw any nice punches or anything. He couldn't do that, man. Salute Mike 202. See your good brother there? Yes, indeed.
Salute, Mike. Salute, good brother.
I mean, it was a masterful performance. It was the best he ever looked, man. I got to give him props. I was dead wrong. He proved me dead wrong. And, I have to say, looking at it, man, it was a little something different with that shoulder. So maybe that was a little more validated than we gave him credit for in the beginning, man. I have to give him that. But, man, I mean, yeah, he did nice work against Nakatani. Nakatani never looked so defenseless in any fight I've ever seen him in.
Right.
I mean, he was never a factor. He never had him hurt. If this Lomachenko had got in there against Tio, he'd have never lost. And they're talking about having a rematch. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if I'm Teofimo, his daddy, y'all need to get the hell away from that. Y'all need to get as far away from that as y'all can get, because that ain't gonna end good for Tio. All this yip yap and talking and blaring and this little party they've been having since this victory, that shit gonna be over, man. Because Lomachenko he dialed in, man. He dialed in for this. And, I mean, he showed right there. I mean, that guy gave Teofimo so many problems, to the point where he said, I don't want to fight no more tall fighters. he, he looked like he wanted to quit boxing after that fight, man. And
Right.
and people can say, well, Nakatani, maybe he wasn't as good. No, Nakatani is as good as we said he was. It's just that he stepped up, man. Lomachenko stepped up. I got to give him 100% on that, man. That was the most impressive I've ever been of Lomachenko. I have to say. That was one time when I had to say, in that fight, man, everything that he wanted to do in that fight was spot on, and he never wavered from it. He never gave Nakatani a chance.
Can
And
can
hey, my bro.
not to break, not to interrupt you. I just want to say you said this is one of the best you've seen Lomachenko at. I just want to say, do you think this Lomachenko was better than the Lomachenko that fought Gary Russell?
Um, well, I mean, his movements and everything, athletic ability and everything was really on sync. But I think against a fighter like Gary Russell, it'll be offset because then you got a guy that can move with you. You know, it still will be a great fight, and that fight need to happen too, man. That really needs to happen
That's the
too.
fight. That's the fight that really needs to happen for real.
Yeah, that really does, man. I don't know what Gary Russell's doing now, man, and I'm really confused about it because I know my brother BFTB boxing man did some negotiations and was saying that the fight was close, and all of a sudden something happened now where I'm not sure if I'm 100% on this, but what I got so far, what I gathered so far, because I wasn't able to catch all his shows, man. I catch them, bits and pieces here and there now. That they were negotiating and it was 1.5. They got the 1.5 settled. They bumped it to 2. And they even got to 2 million, which was more than what was asked for in the very beginning the last time they went through the negotiations. But um, somehow, when that was approved, all of a sudden he's saying now that Gary Russell and them said go talk to Al Heyman. At this point, instead of just saying okay, we got a deal or whatever, they said go talk to Al Heyman. So
Huh?
I don't know what that means. Does that mean that he's trying to duck and get out this fight, or what is the deal there? I'm not really understanding. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of gray area. I don't really want to jump the gun yet because
Right. I understand what you're saying.
I don't know how to weigh it. Because I'm a big Gary Russell fan. And he's local cat out here in the DMV, man. And, so I support that brother. But it looked a little shady, man. But then again, you have to look at it from both sides because for one, we ain't heard anything from Eddie Hearn either. So until them two, Eddie Hearn and Al Heyman have something to say on it, then you will know it's official. But what these guys are doing right now is kind of in the middle, and it really can't be reality till one of those guys sign off on it. So it's just a matter of who's going to do that, if it's going to happen. But that's a nice fight that need to happen too, though.
Yes, sir. I mean, because Gary Russell's been inactive for a while.
Yeah, man, and he's not getting the type of fights he deserves, man.
And especially, I know I got to be kind of frustrating for him to be walking around with the WBC belt and
longest running champ.
right, and longest running champ in boxing,
Yeah,
and he fights. It seems like every 18 months now.
he just keeps having to fight his mandatory. Now, what I heard last was he was supposed to fight the guy that was supposed to move up. That's calling out the champion. Was it Vargas? Oh man, his name slips me right now, but he dropped his belt to come challenge him. That's supposed to have been a fight that's going on, but now I found out that has fell through or something now, so that fight's not happening. So I'm not sure what he's going to do now.
Right.
And right now is the time when he need to get in there because you got all these big cards coming up. Like if he can get on the undercard of the Jamel Castano fight, that would do some great stuff for him too.
It's too late of a time. We only got that's next week, bro.
Yeah, but he was already supposed to fight this month anyway, so it's like he's already in camp and everything. So it's like I'm not, that's what I'm saying. It's a little because they never officially announced the date of that either, so we don't know when he was trying to have it come out, and then we haven't got those undercards announced either. So that's why I was hoping that it was going to be in the workings where they was going to add it to it. That would have been nice, but I don't know. When it comes to Gary Russell, things get really crazy, man, and I don't understand why. Every time there's never really a definitive fact on what's going on.
Right. Mike 202 says a bunch of bullshit if Eddie's not talking to the Russells. I feel you on that one, good brother.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
Man, to me, not to be too on some bullshit, but to me, Eddie's some bullshit. So
Yeah, yeah, he never talks about anything when it comes to Devin Haney and like that, and he should get a little more involved. You know, I give him props though for getting more involved in Andre. Now he's trying to really push Andre. He got some heat coming from this Dazzin now, trying to push some heat on Triple G to get him to fight Andre. I wish they should have been done, man. Should have been done that. Yeah, but I hope it pans out. If it does, this is what boxing needs because Triple G needs to put up. Because I mean, I'm tired of hearing about how great somebody is when they ain't fighting nobody. You know, and there's a few. He ain't the only one. Some other boxers too. Just like my man here, you got still no announcement. Well, there is an announcement now, but
Yeah.
he still ain't fighting no damn body. And man, well, I'm gonna get on Bud a little bit in a little while. I got to get Bud because Bud got it coming, and I got to be the one to give it to him because everybody else won't play this whole nice shit. I ain't got time with it. Bud got to get it.
I got you. I got you. Mr. Neal in the building. He said Gary Antonio has a fight coming up, not Gary Jr. When is the Gary Antonio fight coming up? We keep hearing rumors about that, but I've yet to seen it yet on
See, now my brother here called. He probably would know better than us. But Gary was supposed to fight that August guy coming up from 122. Remember, that was supposed to be the next fight for him. So I don't know what happened with that. What's going on next with him? That's what we're trying to figure out. Now you might be able to fill us out with that, man. I don't know if you can send him a link. Maybe you can fill us in on that because I don't know because I knew that they announced that and then I didn't hear no more about it. And now I'm hearing about the negotiations between him and Devin Haney. Now I'm like, man, I don't really know what's going on with this.
Man, you know what? Yeah, because the link in your email, Mr. Neal. Mike 202 says AB versus Russell. Want that?
Hey, which Russell?
Yeah, which one? Antoine or Gary Jr.?
Yeah, Mike Price say either one. Yeah.
I mean, because Antoine, he stopped the guy that Adrian Broner fought.
Yeah.
And went the distance and got a shaky win over, but
yeah, man, and I'm hoping that they do something with AB though, man, because
man, that's one guy. That's one guy that Showtime ain't announced. Okay, Mr. Neal said Gary Antoine. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, and Antonio, that's the one that's at 120. He the light one, right?
That's the one. Oh man. My bad. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, Antonio, I think that's the one that said 22. Gary Russell at 26, and then Antoine is at 140.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just answering the text real quick.
No, we got the good brother Mr. Neal in the building now. Welcome to the panel, good sir.
What it do?
What it do? What it do?
Man, y'all be catching me on these Saturdays, man. I be hurt, man. You know I work at night. But yeah, man. The situation with Gary and Devin, man, that's just speculation right now. I went down to the gym. I wasn't able to get more confirmation.
Hold on, bro. You kind of coming in and out.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, that's clear. Yes.
I said so far as what I found out, the Devin Haney situation was just speculation. I haven't been able to get a real confirmation of much down there. I went down to the gym a couple of times this week, but wasn't really able to do much talking. So I mean, I'll keep going down there, and when the more information I get, I'll let y'all know. But what I did gather was that the Devin Haney situation was just speculation.
Yeah, I was a little torn. I know because last year they was going over the same thing on the same channels. You know, it was actually Drew Titan's channel that time, but this time BFTV had him on his channel, so they was going live back and forth. So it's like everybody's eyewitnessing the negotiations. Which last time I didn't like it so much, man, because they try to really make Gary look bad, in my opinion, man. I didn't really like that, and because they were talking about the offer sheet and all this type of stuff when they was already making an announcement about the November summer fight with Gamboa. And I'm like, man, why y'all still carrying on with this when y'all know y'all got a fight that's done, that's being announced already? Venue, everything is already done. So what is really going to be coming out of this? You know, they try, oh yeah, well Gary this and that. And they try to make him look like a duck. So that's why I was a little leery of it this time. That's why I want to be sure that it is what it is before I even comment, because it looked like it could have been something like that before. Now I ain't questioning BFTB, but I don't know. It just all looks shady to me. I can't trust it just as yet. And then my brother here, you know, aka come in saying the same type of thing from his perspective. So that's why, you know, I'm trying to be a little easy with this one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See, what happened was this. I mean, Eddie Hearn wanted to sign Gary. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some time ago. So he was going to use this Devin Haney fight as a way of getting a fight with Gary. Well, he wanted to get multiple fights with Gary on the DAZN platform.
Yeah.
And Gary just wanted to do just one fight. Me and Devin, get it on, that's that. And that was the Eddie Hearn aspect, but Bill was kind of like buffering between the two. So that's
Yeah.
when Gary was like, you know what, man, if this is what we got to do, add Eddie call Alden. And that's how we got to this point.
Yeah. See, now this is the thing that get me, because I know I hear Gary say all the time about what's going on with him with PBC, and if Floyd is doing to him what he's saying he's doing, then wouldn't something like that be a move he'd be open to make? I mean, you know,
Right.
he probably can make more money. You know, he might not fight the top guys, but at least he'll be able to make some steady money and fight regularly and can hone his craft, and then whoever knows what can happen, because as you know, just like Floyd said the other day, you know, Tank ain't gonna fight nobody outside the PBC. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm hoping that's not the case. But if that is the case, man, then I wouldn't fault my brother from jumping and doing what he got to do, man. Because, you know, he got to eat, he got to feed his family. He deserves to go out there and put his mark on the sport according to his will and ability. And that's what I want to see have happen. Because there's other guys he can fight if this ain't going to be the one, you know. So I'm hoping that that's what'll happen for him, man, because it's a shame that he on the shelf like that. He should be on, you know, one of those pound for pound fighters. He's the longest reigning champion in all of boxing, and you got somebody like Estrada ranked, and he just, I mean, come on, man. That you know, well, we know about that ESPN ranking anyway, but that last one is it's just hogwash. Like it's still something from the Little Rascals.
Hey, while you talking about that, I'm gonna pull that up so we can let the people who listening know exactly what we talking about.
Yeah, man, it's same old stuff, man. You got the same guys that's not in it that should be in it, and then what really the one that really gets me, it's two, but one more than the other, because Teofimo is ranked right next to Earl Spence, and that drives me. Well, we'll talk about it when you pull up. Let me stop, man. I kind of jumped.
Okay.
You said you're gonna pull it up. I'll let you
For
pull it up.
those who don't know what he's talking about, ESPN put out a pound for pound ranking list the other day, and I'll read to you guys top 10 the ESPN put out. This is ESPN's words, not mine. ESPN's. ESPN said Canelo Alvarez is number 1, Terence Crawford 2, Naomi Inquan 3. They got Earl Spence Jr. ranked 4, Teofimo Lopez ranked 5, Tyson Fury ranked 6, Josh Taylor ranked 7, Lomachenko ranked 8, Ugas ranked 9, and Juan Francisco Estrada ranked 10.
Yeah, man, and
Now,
yeah.
before you get started, I just want to let people know I feel real fucked up about this, man. This right here is real fucked up because, oh my God.
Hey, let's do it this way. Go through the list. Go slot by slot, and then go and say like where you think that particular fighter should be if they're not in that spot.
All right, here we go. Rank number 1. Who you guys will have ranked number 1? They got Canelo Alvarez, which I could not have Canelo Alvarez ranked number 1 when the guy tested positive for PED. So I could never have him ranked number 1. In you guys' opinion, who you guys got ranked number 1?
Yeah, I think right now at number 1, I'd have to put Jamel right there right now, and solely for the fact is that he's fighting for undisputed. Canelo ain't done that yet. plus who he's been fighting has been the top guys in the roughest division in all of boxing, arguably. And he's put in. To me, that's more impressive than fighting other guys that's not on that same level. When he's, it's been hard to hold on to them 154-pound titles, and he's held on to them more solid than anybody. So I gotta give him a shot for that. I would put him in number one for that. But, definitely over Canelo for that reason. Because also now what I'm hearing is the Caleb Plant fight is in jeopardy, which I can't understand. The man asked for 10 mil, get a man 10 mil, had a fight. What's the problem? Why are they trying to make Caleb Plant is the problem when what does it matter? Don't you want undisputed? You the one said this, and then, man, I could go on about some other things too, but you just asked me about the first one, so I'm just going to say Jamel right now.
Who you got, AK?
Y'all about to get mad. Because I don't have a problem with Canelo being number one.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with Canelo being number one. I mean, that's going to be the overall consensus. It may be a popularity vote, but that's going to be the overall consensus that he's going to be number one. I'm not even going to argue that. You make valid points, but I don't have a problem with him being number one.
Okay, that's fine.
And real quick with the Caleb Plant situation is, they're saying they're willing to let this thing go to a bid between PBC and Zone. But that's because Canelo is asking for that.
Okay,
yeah, but Canelo don't want to fight on PBC though.
No. He said he's willing. No, he said he's willing. Canelo said he ain't got no problem with PBC. He said that's a myth.
Yeah, Canelo's saying a lot of stuff right now that he got to prove to me, because a lot of this stuff he's talking to here lately is stuff that he wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole yesterday. So where it all comes from now, and what's true and what's fake. That's why I'm saying with him, I got a lot of questions. Now, if he answers them, that's fine. But right now, I got to take him as the way he's staying right now, because I like the way he's talking. Don't get me wrong, because it's what I wanted him to do anyway, and it's best for boxing that those fights take place. So I'm hoping he's telling us the truth, and that's what's going to go down.
Oh yeah, because you heard what he said. You heard he said he want to fight Jamel. He want to fight Jamal. Benavidez.
Archer better be F too.
He ain't gonna fight a Mexican. I thought he ain't fight Mexican.
He ain't fighting no Bear B. That ain't gonna happen. That's not happening. Let's be realistic. Because if you was gonna fight Bear B, you would have never left 175 when you went up there.
Exactly. And we had John Scully on here, Iceman John Scully on here, who works in a Better BF camp. And before, when they were talking about them putting out an offer to him, that was proven to be false. I recently asked him about that. He said, well, that's the talk that's going around right now, but they ain't heard anything concrete or nothing like that yet. I really doubt it, man. Not the Better BF situation. I really doubt he'll even try to fight Benavidez, to be honest with you, because just his movements and the way he's done things make me, it's like it's hard for me not to be convinced that he's not avoiding something, and that's, I don't want to feel like that, because in the beginning I was a big Canelo fan, but I just don't like the movement. I want him to go through the guys he's supposed to go through, just like Chavez did, just like, all the great champions of the past. They all do it. They go through the best. He on the other hand has been out here just getting the bread. He just been getting the bread. He had a lot of sweet deals handed to him, and he taken, But now also he's gotten a lot more vocal than he's ever been too, which is another thing. Change in personality. You kind of feeling yourself. He's in a dangerous area though, because he's a good fighter, but the guys you've been fighting ain't up to par, man. Which is the main reason for me why I can't put him up there, because I think he need to fight better competition. And that's my main thing against him. Not a knock on him as a fighter. We know he's a great fighter. I just, as far as putting him with all the accolades and, Canelo this and that, I'm not with that, because our fighters got to prove it. Just like Bud. Well, I'm going to get on Bud after a while, too. So he ain't the only one, so. Go ahead, my brother.
Number 2, they got Terence Crawford.
This one here to me is the most laughable. A guy who holds a 147-pound title who has not fought nobody at 147. In how many years has he been so-called the champ? He's currently scheduled to fight a 140-pounder. But we're supposed to think that he's a pound-for-pound fighter. That's why I say The whole thing makes no sense to me whatsoever, and I'm questioning this whole situation because I'm hearing people say so many times for me how great this guy is, all these skills and all this that he possessed, but yet he ain't fought nobody out there yet that I can say is a great win. When is he going to fight somebody? Every time a name comes up and jumps in the pot, he find a way to get out of it and talk trash about getting out of it, and everybody let it ride. I mean, anybody can look this good against guys that are C level and D level fighters. Them guys you ain't supposed to got in the ring with no way. But them are the guys he's beating. So what makes him good? What's great about him? I ain't seen it yet. I have not seen it yet. I do not value Bud Crawford one iota. And I'm telling you right now, I think everybody's been had who's buying into that because Bob Arum knows it and he knows it. That's why he won't fight nobody at 147. And that's what it's looking like to me. And I mean, the movements is matching my assumption because every time he get a chance to actually fight somebody, I mean, he looking at 147. Just give up the 47-pound title and go down there and fight for 140 then, and then I'll be quiet because I do believe you're a nice 140-pound fighter. You got a nice resume that backs up that. But when you're talking about coming up to 47, I don't see nothing there. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed with this Jeff Horn fight. I'm not impressed with the Kell Brooks situation. You know, I'm not. I can't put you up there with Earl Spence. I can't. Number 2 in out of all the fighters. I don't get it. I don't get that, man.
So who do you have ranked number 2?
Number 2, pound for pound all together. I'm gonna have to go. Man, I gotta put Earl up there, man. I think Earl getting disrespected on a major level, man. And boxing itself should be ashamed. Look how this man said he wanted undisputed years ago. He been going through hell just to get opportunities to attain belts. He should have been undisputed, but he still hasn't gotten the opportunity yet. But you take back just a few months ago, Canelo says, I want undisputed, and boom, 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody lines up. Automatic, the door opens up. This must happen. Everybody bows down to him to give him the opportunity to go for this. You know, it's really unfair when you think about it because he's not earning this right. He wait till the guy who's the champion fails on the scale and loses his title. He calls in and orders the undisputed. And then as he's fighting these guys who really, I mean, 68 isn't known of a division of killers anyway. But the guy who's the best there, you wait till you duck him right off the jump. As soon as he falls off the wagon, now you come in 168 now. You surefire. What was you doing before then? He ain't do nothing. He sat around a whole year, did nothing. People forget that. Now people talking about how busy he is. Yeah, busy fighting who? I mean, take it in its totality. Now, you know, you say you want to fight these guys. You got Callum Smith. Oh, okay, wow. He was big across the water. Never really meant nothing to nobody over here. I doubt he could beat anybody over here. You get the win. Yay, didn't knock him out. Nobody criticizes. Then you jump right in there with Avdi Yildirim. Fight him for what reason? The guy that was not ranked, lost his last fight, hadn't fought a couple years, and lost to a guy who had lost to the guy who had dropped the belt on the scale, and you fight him supposedly as some type of WBC eliminator or whatever that's supposed to be. He's supposed to be the mandatory or whatever. How does that happen? I have no idea. But that's what they sold to the public. Everybody eats it up. But you see how boxing opens up for him. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. Let him get it from the rough like the rest of them, man. You know, that's my critiques with him. But as far as they go, he got that out the way. Billy Ho, all of a sudden, he offers his up. He goes, he beats him. Fine, good, you got the 3. I mean, I'm not shocked that you beat the guys. I expect you to beat the guys. I see why you would do that because it's the easy route, really. You got all these other guys who've been chasing you for years. Nobody has the right to fight Canelo Alvarez more than Jamal Charlo. And people can say what they want to say. He was his mandatory. He fought 3 mandatory interim matches in order to maintain his spot as the mandatory. And when it came time to when the WBC had to do something with him, they invented a whole new status to get him out of the situation called a franchise. And then he runs more, talking about these other fighters got to do more. Why you do less? You go fight these guys over in England who subpar fighters. Fighters. And people giving them credit for that. I can't give a man credit for that. I can't, you know. And then, you know, they you know, here we come down to the last belt now. And he did this once before. He had 3 belts at 160. All he had to do was fight Andre. He refused that. He ran. Here he goes again. $10 million from this guy is not out of the question. It is a fair amount because I would have asked for 12, honestly. I think 12 is what he should be getting.
Listen, you know? Canelo tried to offer him 6.
What kind of you see what I'm saying? That's
and
because,
listen, man. This is the crazy thing. The crazy thing is they was breaking it down. They was breaking it down that his last fights. So who he fight? He fought who was last? The fight before last was against Cale Smith, right?
No, Yildirim. He fought Yildirim after before Billy Ho.
All right, well Yildirim got $6 million.
Yeah.
Before then, he fought his sparring partner, right?
Yeah, that was Yildirim. Yildirim was his sparring partner.
All right, before then, he fought what? Smith, right?
Callum Smith, yeah.
Okay, I guess Callum Smith supposed to got $4 million. Then they said his sparring partner got $6 million. Billy Ho got $8 million.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing was that Cale was supposed to came in. Plant was supposed to ask for $10 million, right?
Yeah.
He asked for 10.
Yeah.
And Canelo them shoot him down to 6.
Yeah. And some people say, well, that's a negotiation. But my thing is this: there's plenty of money out there. You've been getting paid $35 million, which is way over what you need to be getting paid. And if you really want to track down the root of his problem, that's where it lies. That deal really messed up boxing because if he hadn't been given that deal and he had to earn that $35 million by fighting the top competition, he wouldn't have fought the guys that he fought. But because they gave him this damn deal right here, it done messed things up. But nobody's calling on it. Everybody celebrates the fact that he made all this money. And then he want to tell other fighters that they can't ask him for no money when you already making $360 million, bro. You good, man. You said you want undisputed. This is the last belt. The man only said 10 mil. Get a man 10 mil and go and get the undisputed then. What's the problem is? But he wants a penny pinch. No, I can't give you. I gotta give you less. You pricing yourself out, because I want to make 30 instead of 26 million. Come on, man. What the hell is the difference?
Hey, Mike 202 just made a good point. He said he wondered if what would the IBF do if Plant's demands aren't made? Would they strip him of the IBF?
You know what? We might be seeing that. We might see what that is here shortly, man. We might be able to. But I don't know on what grounds they could do it though, because he's been taking care of his obligations as a champ, and if they did something like that, that would definitely be a black eye on the sport of boxing because it shouldn't happen.
And that would be that one shit in boxing. I ain't gonna say it right now. That'll be that one shit. Yeah,
because Kelly Plant definitely is at least the number 2 best guy in the division. Because between him and David Benavidez, and that's a fight that should happen. If I'm Kelly Plant, I'm just like, well, you know what, man? I break it off right now. I start hollering with David Benavidez right now. Start saying what they can work out right now and tell him all the time, well, look here, you just wait till I get done with this other fight because this fight need to happen. And put him on hold. You see what I'm saying? You ain't got to bend over.
That wouldn't be bad. And then make the fight with him and David Benavidez. But I don't like Kelly Plant in a fight against Benavidez.
Look, but check this though. Suppose he fights him and he beats him. And then he come back.
True that.
And then this time you come back to him, you don't say 10, you say 12. You see
hell no, come back and say 15, 20.
But there you go. You know what I'm saying? It opens up a whole nother door. But at the same time, you showing him that him and everybody else. Well, I ain't about no bullshit. I'm trying to get out here and get it.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna put Caleb Plant and Benavidez together when you already got Canelo on the line. Listen,
you hear the negotiations though.
Check this out. The thing is this. Here's the catch, right? Canelo is the face of boxing, right? And he letting Eddie Hearn broke his deal, right? But they publicly are saying they're gonna let PBC put up a counter offer. That's where Kelly Plant money will come from, and they ain't got Kelly Plant ain't got to ask for nothing. If Canelo agrees to the counter offer from PBC and they do the fight on Fox pay-per-view, the thing that ain't nobody paying attention to that's missing is don't be surprised when Canelo signed with Al.
I don't see that.
Listen, he went on the interview he did right before the Billy Joe fight. He said how the only reason he stayed with Golden Boy instead of going with PBC because he's being loyal to Oscar. That was his. That was him. That was him throwing that out there to Al, like, yo, I'm willing to at least listen to what you got to say. You know
so why did he turn down the 3-fight deal that PBC offered him to fight Caleb Plant and fight Jamal Charlo? Why he turned that down? Because they offered him that.
right now everybody's throwing stuff at him. He's going to the highest bidder. But I'm trusting me. He's looking at the pay-per-view numbers that Floyd just did, and he's looking close to see what Fury and Wilder are going to do. He's paying attention to that stuff because he realized that whole being on the app ain't making him more money than he can make with app.
Yeah, but that offer that they gave him was a pretty daggone good offer, but he turned it down. And mostly it was going around because Jamal was on that, because Caleb Plant always been the issue. So they said, well, you want to fight Caleb? The PBC took the initiative before the little thing with Eddie Hearn. They say, well, okay, well, you come here, we'll give you a 3-fight deal. You fight him, and put all these three together and a nice figure. He looked at it, no, I don't want to do it. But my theory for fighting the Benavidez is this, man, because if he's talking about offering him 6, you think he can't make 6 fighting Benavidez?
Hell yeah. I believe we can probably make
Exactly.
I think we make 10.
So why go with the 6 and stand here and going back and forth when they're gonna, how they're gonna negotiate? They're gonna give you a take it or leave it. He already talking about, well, better be there. Well, okay, but you just don't play no game. Go play hardball with him. Let him know, man. I got options too. You ain't the only a fighter out here. You want this undisputed. He said that, not me. He said that, right? Prove it. Well, okay, but I'm saying 10. You say 6. You're a long way away from me. 10 is a fair number. You want to play this? Well, that's okay. That 6 you talking about, I can make over here. So what you talking about? Then if I go fight this guy, and you, in your back pocket, do anybody really believe that he's going to fight David Benavidez? He said that, but his actions have not led us to believe it's true though. So if you put that name over there, then he got to think about this. Well, if I don't make a deal with you, I might have to make a deal with David Benavidez if I want undisputed. You feel me? He might not want to do that. So you'll get the money you asking for. It's negotiations. You see what I'm saying? You might not have to fight David Benavidez, but you use it. You see what I'm saying? You give him a ploy. He gave you. He's throwing out Artur Beterbiev. Ain't nobody believes you really want to fight that dude. You don't want to go up there and get that. He gonna have to earn that. So hey, I said 10. You talking about 6? I'm a champ too. You see what I'm saying? I'm a champ too. I can call some shots. I ain't gonna sit around here and beside me and treat me like a little red-headed stepchild. You know what I'm saying, man? Let your nuts hang out. Let the cat know what the deal is, who he dealing with, man. Then he got to come with it. You want this? Let's get it. If not, before you know it, WBC gonna be saying we need a mandatory again, and guess who your mandatory is? It's David Benavidez.
Yeah.
I don't think he want to go that route. So I play him like that. I bet you if you play him like that, you get your 10 mil.
He gonna get more than 10 mil because Al's gonna win the bidding. The fight gonna end up on Fox pay-per-view. It's not gonna be on.
Right. My brother AK said Al's gonna do it, man. Hey, I hope so, man.
Al's gonna win the bidding war.
I mean, PBC made him, man. He ought to come on back home, But I always felt like he had something against him, man.
But back to this number 2 thing. I might well while y'all hot and heavy, I might well keep you hot. I don't got a problem with Terence Crawford being number 2 at all.
I'm just interested in why. That's all.
Okay, here's my thing. And the truth of the matter, on the PV side of things, when it comes to 147, Danny and Keith did duck that man. They did duck that man. Danny and Keith ran from that.
Danny and Keith ducked Bud Crawford.
Hold on.
Hey, Danny and Keith.
Repeat that, because I ain't understand that right.
Danny and Keith ducked Bud Crawford. They did.
At what weight?
At
147?
Yeah. When Bud first came to 147, he didn't originally ask for Earl. He asked for Keith, and then he asked for Danny. Those are 2 people he wanted. And because they wouldn't do it, there is so many times that Danny had an opportunity to make that fight, he chose not to. See what I'm saying? So everybody left it to Earl to come slay the dragon. But Earl had other plans. Once Earl started putting in work, Earl like, nah, I want my proper pay if I'm gonna fight the man. That's what's holding up everything. But what made his resume get sullied was the fact that Keith and Danny wasn't willing to dance. And I'm not gonna hold you accountable for the actions of others. For one, he got a raggedy promoter, and then them two wasn't willing to dance. I'm not gonna put that on.
Yeah, I'm with you on the Ragley promoter. I'm definitely with you on that.
Yep.
What I'm a little confused from what the information I've known, I done acquired over the time, is that when they offered to Danny, they offered the man $3 million, and they left it there. They didn't try to alter it in any way. And all he said was, "No, I want more because you pay Kel Brook more money than that," which was fair. But they didn't want to negotiate no more. They stopped it right there. So I can't really classify that as a duck.
Kel got 5, didn't he?
Say again.
Kel got $5 million, didn't he? Bob gave Kel 5.
He got 7. He had more money than
Kel got $2 million. Kel got $2 million.
Kel got 7.
No, he got 2.
No, that was Amir Khan. My bad.
Amir Khan.
Amir Khan, yeah.
No, I'm talking about as soon as that man got to 147, right after Jeff Horn, he wanted Danny and Keith. They was not willing to do it. When he came to 147, right? Earl wasn't.
Now listen to this. I can say this. I can say this. This is what I can say. I know one thing. Keith Thurman is some bullshit. That's one thing I can't say. So if Keith Thurman ducked him or whatever, that's probably because Keith Thurman was riding his own coattail. He had an hour song, and he was feeling himself. Now I know because Earl approached him and he told Earl, "Go get the straps." Earl went and got a strap while Keith Thurman still had belts, and then all of a sudden Keith Thurman gets stripped of a belt for inactivity. Next thing you know, he gets knocked out by Pacquiao. He has no belt. So I understand it. I understand maybe the frustration if that happened with Terence Crawford and Keith Thurman. But Danny Garcia, I don't follow that guy kind of tough, man. That was a new one on me, man. Damn.
Because that negotiation was like a year ago, man. And $3 million, that should have kept going. That shouldn't have been the end of that. That was a nice fight, and that should have been made.
Now, I'm not talking about that shit. I'm talking about when Bud.
We gotta talk about that. We gotta talk about every year he had the belt. We gotta talk about that.
I'm talking about when he first came to 147, though.
But that's recent, though. This is recent. You talk about your stuff is more past. This is recent. He just did this not long ago. That's a big fight. Matter of fact, this guy was his mandatory, but he didn't fight him. He let Earl fight him. You feel that? He let somebody else fight his mandatory. I mean, that's crazy for me, man. I can't overlook that. I'm not buying anything about all that. They supposed to make them fights. Them guys supposed to fight. He didn't fight nobody of significance at 147 to this date. He been champ for how many years? There ain't no excuse for that. I don't want to hear nothing about all this, that, and the third. He supposed to fought somebody. He ain't fought nobody. He just Cockalopolis, whatever, green beans, whatever you. That's the best thing you want to offer. I ain't impressed.
Because you don't see no PBC fighters fighting no damn. Oh God.
Now it can go back to the situation with, like you say, the shitty promoter. Now Bob, I'm definitely looking at him because the money should have been up for Danny. That fight should have took place. There's no reason for that fight not to have taken place. And then I have to hold him accountable because he is not putting heat on the guy that he puts in charge to handle his business. I got to put it on him. You still standing with the dude to this day. I mean, come on, man. You was been told, get up out of there. Come on over here. This is where everything is at. You don't make the move. Josh Teller didn't do that. Josh Teller went to where it was at. That's why he got what he got. If you're going to sit like that and stand and take a position like that, I got to put it on you. You're a grown man. He told us these promoters work for us. But yet his promoters ain't doing nothing for him. His promoters still, Manny Pacquiao, how many times he took him out to Manny Pacquiao sweepstakes? How can they say we don't want to put money in the Manny Pacquiao fight because it's not going to get a return when Manny Pacquiao going to sell this fight by himself? It's a guaranteed return on the fight, but he don't put the money down, man. That's because he don't believe in his guy. He know his guy ain't as good as everybody's saying he is, and he know it too because he ain't made no big stunt. Anybody seen Bud Crawford on that calling out Bob Arum about that situation, saying, "Man, this ain't right. I need to fight this guy. I need to do this. I need to do that." He not saying nothing. He quiet. But then as soon as Earl say, "Well, look, man, that's the thing. Well, you better get 50-50. You need to pull up your panties." Then his mouth is activated. But it's never activated when it's time to make a fight, though. When it's time to make something happen, he cool with that. So it's his fault. I ain't giving him credit for that. Nope.
Number 3. They got how you pronounce it? Nio Indico, whatever.
Anyway, Monster Anyway.
Monster Anyway.
Yeah, man. Anyway's a good fighter, man, but he ain't been there. He ain't got enough mileage on him. You know what I'm saying? To be there and to have him hit Earl Spence is to me is a little bit too much too, because he don't have that many fights. He ain't really fought that much competition. He got beat up against the Nonito Donaire. You know what I'm saying? He edged the win, but he was beat up in that fight. He didn't walk out there unscathed. He a good fighter. Don't get me wrong. I ain't shitting on him, but he should not be ranked that high yet. Now, somewhere in the second half, from 5 to 10, somewhere in there, you can put Inoue in there. That's comfortable. But from 1 to 3, hell no, he ain't ready for that yet.
So who is your number 3?
Number 3, man. Okay, let me see. Oh man, let's see. What I have: Jamel, had Earl. Number 3. Let me think, man, because I didn't really consider the whole thing here. Who they had anyway, right? They had anyway. Well, I put Josh Taylor right there right now. I put Josh Taylor there.
Okay.
Yeah, I put Josh there.
AK?
I agree with everything you just said.
Okay. We got everybody in agreement. Oh, salute to PGH, big dog in the building. What's good, brother? What's good?
Big dog in the building. What it do, my brother? Yes, indeed.
Mike 202 says October will tell us everything we need to know about Crawford in the future. Yes, sir.
Hey, Mike. Let me give you a preemptive on that, Mike. He done re-signed with Top Rank, bro. He done already did it.
Yep. Yeah. Rumor says, yep.
I say this every time this come up, and I'm gonna say it one more time. I'm gonna keep saying it. If that man re-signed with Top Rank or DAZN, anybody don't know ever bring this man name up to me ever again.
See, bro, now you where I'm at.
Hey, listen, that's why I like AK, because AK, you back that man up too. So if he re-signs with Bob Earl, which they said he didn't already snuck and did, are you gonna still be a Bud Crawford fan?
Listen to me, man. If that man re-signed with Bob Earl or DAZN or anything like that, I'm not even mentioning his name again. When you would say AK Deposit, what about Bud Crawford? Who? Do he work in the mall? Is he working down at the car? I don't do. He don't. Me, Bud, and Boxer don't coexist no more. If he resigns.
See, now you with me now, AK. You right there with me. See, and my reasoning is he went to Dubai to talk to MTK Global. A lot of MTK Globals are with Top Rank still. You come back to the States, all of a sudden you make the fight with Zapata, whatever his name is, and it's already announced. It's already a done deal on Top Rank. So I mean,
he fighting who?
Zapata, Jose Zapata.
Are you serious?
Serious business.
Are you serious?
That's who we fight, my brother. That's who we fight.
Not Josh Taylor.
Nope.
Who he fighting?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, that's what we said.
Exactly.
Man, come on, man. Tell me this is a rumor. That's speculation.
No, bro, that's announced, bro.
Are you talking about the same dude that just lost to Hank Lundy?
If that's who he is.
He fought on the undercard of Taylor and Ramirez, and Hank Lundy beat him, and they called it and they gave it to him. That's who you talking about,
bro? That's his name, brother.
Nah, man. They did not do that.
Mike 202 said, yeah, I think they already did it.
Yeah, man.
I need something. Listen to me. Whoever on here, if you got access to a computer and Google, I need a confirmation. Because if that's true, oh my God.
Yeah, that's already been established.
Now, let me say this to y'all, man.
My brother.
That right there is some clown stuff. That
Exactly.
right there says, listen, if now after this, because that fight right there says we think nothing of you. We think nothing.
Exactly.
We think
Exactly.
nothing of you. We
Yep.
think nothing of you. We not spending near dime on you. We not doing nothing for you. That's my issue all along with this situation too. Now, like, I ain't gonna lie to you. Some of that I do put on him because it's
Yeah.
dude. When it come to you, they ain't got no money. When it come to Tyson Fury, they got all the money in the world.
Yeah. And then he says nothing. He says nothing about it.
But if you fight some Cepeda, or whoever his name is, I'm done. I'm done. If you go anywhere near top rank office after October, if they say you was on the same street with Bob Erm after this, I swear to God, I'm done.
Facts, bro. See that now you where I'm at. See, that's where I'm at with Bud, man. I'm beyond sick with him because if he pushed a little bit in the right ways, man, we could have the fights that we want. Him and Earl would have already fought. One of them guys would have had 3 belts right now. You know, it's crazy to me, man, how he allows that and how he's cool with it. And then they keep talking about the money he making, but you get the $3 million, it's okay. But think about the back end money you missing out on, and the investment information that you're getting from Al Heyman that could benefit you so much more in life. You know, I mean, I don't like him looking like a fool, man. Because every time I look at him, I see myself, and I don't like to see myself looking like no fool. So I got to give it to him.
I mean, this is sad. This is sad.
Yeah, bro.
You mean to tell me you couldn't even get Regis program?
Exactly.
You couldn't even get Regis.
Exactly, man.
Regis is talking about fighting Mikey Garcia. So you know what that said to everybody? You know what it said to everybody? One, he's saying, listen, he's saying to Adrian, Mikey can put more butts in the seat than you. We can debate that. But he also saying to Bud Crawford that you don't offer me enough that I a chance to fight for a title, and I'd rather fight Mikey Garcia. That's crazy. Yeah. That's crazy.
And I would love to see Bud go to 140 and try to fight a program. I think that'd be a great fight. I think Bud is a 140 pounder. People would be saying, damn, you was a Bud fan all of a sudden? From 140 on, I like Bud. But from 47, I do not like him. And I've said that from day one. But if he can get there, some great fights at 140, man. So if you can sit around at 147, I mean, you can still have greatness and really bang out your career with some names, with some top competition if you do that. You know what I'm saying? Just don't sit there like that and let these people put you on the shelf and ride with it. Ah, man. Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
No, listen, I was just saying, you know, Regis was it was rumored that they might be trying to make Regis and Tank fight at 140.
Nah, Regis and Mikey Garcia are close to a deal.
Yeah.
I mean,
I heard about that one too.
Yeah, Mikey done go. Regis done went on and slid around all that, and I think he going with Mikey. So here's the question.
That's a great fight, though. That's a good fight, man.
Yeah. Okay, stay there then. I got Mikey whooping that man. Now, what you got to say?
Okay.
Listen to this. That's a 50-50 fight to me.
Yeah.
Ain't no 50-50 fight. He gonna beat the bags off Regis program.
Oh,
man,
no. I can't say that.
I can't say that. Listen, I very rarely say that's a 50-50 fight. That
You know what?
Mikey Garcia at 140 is way better than Mikey Garcia at 147.
Y'all gonna stop playing with Mikey's name up on the show, man. You gonna stop playing with Mikey. Y'all gonna stop playing with Mikey like that.
You mean you telling me that Regis ain't he don't stand for shit?
I like Regis. He gonna get pieced out. Well, the thing about Regis is a name that needs a big win of a great fight.
He's basic.
Well, that's all you need. Hey,
no special effects. He's basic.
They say that about Earl Spence, but ain't nobody beating him.
Earl, listen, for one, that's his hate. I don't know why people keep saying that. Earl is special. Regis is basic.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, hell, man.
You know the difference between basic, cable, and premium?
The basic and premium, aka wildin', man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a good fight.
No Showtime, no nothing.
That man basic, man. Mikey gonna punish that man. That's an L.
But see, on the flip side, that's something. This is something that Regis need really to kick his career up to the next level too.
Yeah.
Because he should really be trying to get that Josh Taylor rematch. That's what he should be really on his neck. He shouldn't be so gracious as to let that go like that. That fight was far too close to just let that ride like that.
Especially when that man walking around with all them belts.
All the belts. Just the time to get him.
Exactly.
It's the time to get him.
This is the time you ain't got to put in all that extra work. You put in good hard training camp, man, and go get what yours, and you can be undisputed.
Yeah, go get him. That's the thing. But they trying to set it up now for because he had to fight this UK guy because he made the UK guy step aside to allow him to fight for that. So he got to go fight that guy. When they come back out of that, they're trying to see if they can maneuver him and Bud. See. Now, and even if that happens, man, this even goes even greater to everything I'm saying today on this show. He is going that way. He's going to 140. He's not looking at 47. He's not doing anything up there. So as far as being up there, no, drop that belt, man, and go on to 140, bro. I take my foot off your gas pedal at that point because I would understand. I would understand why you did it. But don't hold on to 147-pound title talking about you ain't gonna fight him none because you passed that and then you go back to 140. How are you gonna be past 47 when you ain't even really got in 47 yet? And you going back to 40 where you came from.
Right.
That's the same as saying Earl Spence ran your ass back down to 140. That's how I'm gonna tell it.
Yes, sir.
He talking about he passed it.
Yes, sir.
That's crazy, man.
So, who do you guys have at your number 4?
Number 4. Okay, what we at? Jamel, Earl, Josh Taylor.
What the list say though?
ESPN has Earl Spence at number 4.
They got Earl at 4, or was it anyway?
Who's after Earl? I think we should consensus of what we think about Earl. What's after Earl?
Number 5 is still paying Lopez.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Black Star.
See, that's my thing. This is my gripe with this. Is I understand, this guy really truly, I mean, he's not undisputed, but he got a lot of belts, which is fine. And he should be on there somewhere because of that status. He earned that, no problem. But to put him right beside Earl after the longevity that Earl's been going through to get to the point that he's got, you know what I'm saying? I can't see putting that guy next to that guy. I think them guys, when they came up with their list, they really disrespecting the journey of that guy too, as his pursuit of undisputed. He has fought more fights and still hasn't attained it. Where these guys go in there and fight 3 or 4 fights, 2 or 3 fights, and they get it. You see what I'm saying? It's easier for them to attain. You can't disrespect the grind on that. Now he should be on that, but he should be right there like Inoue. Matter of fact, I would have him behind Inoue. Be honest with you, I'd have Inoue about maybe 6 or 7. I can stomach him somewhere in there, and then right behind him, maybe 8. I think I put Tio.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Who you putting in front of Teofimo?
I put Inoue in front of him.
Now, come on now.
Now, how you base it? How many big wins has Teofimo had but the one?
3.
3 what?
3. Lomachenko, Nagataki, and Richard Comey.
Okay. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
anyway, got more than one weight division too.
But give me a name though. Name me somebody other than No Needle Donnell.
You say other than No.
Name me somebody. Give me somebody. Give me a waiter. Give me a waiter, a gym teacher. Give me somebody.
Just like I was saying before about the grind. He's been through more fights than him. You said 3 fights. Because of 3 fights, you put him on something. That's just
okay.
3.
If you fought more fights, name me more than 3 people. I got No Needle Donnell. You got No Needle Donnell. Now listen. Now this is a No Needle Donnell after he got washed and rinsed by Rigondeaux, after he got knocked out by Nicholas Walters, and that's your best fight. Give me somebody. Talk to me. I'm here. All right, I gave you 3. Give me 3 for Inoue.
He put me 3 for Inoue.
Give me 3. Hey, Basement, talk to me, man. Give me 3. I'm asking for 3. That's all.
Yes. Nobody know these little guys, man. Hey, I know this though. I know they've been talking about anyway, but a lot longer than they've been talking about Teofimo.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm just look. You know we're not doing that here. We talking about the work. You talking about what work did he put in? I mean, not only is the best person on your list Nonito Donaire, you went the distance with him. Come on, man. I mean, Rigondeaux chopped that man up. Nicholas Walter put him sleep.
Yeah. I would like to see him fight Rigondeaux here coming up too, man. That's what I would love to see him do. But I put him down in the same. I see both of them in the same area, but I can't put Tio over him because Tio ain't been up long enough.
I like Tio.
And Tio been ducking like a motherfucker himself.
Who he ducking?
Do I gotta say Haney? Do I have to say it?
Oh, that's what we're doing? You think he ducked Devin Haney?
Oh, without a doubt, he ducking Devin.
Okay. Let's just for 1 minute. So
do you hold on, AK? Do you have Haney ducking? You got Haney ducking Lopez?
No, I don't know. I don't got neither one of them ducking each other. I want to know this. Let's put them in the ring. Who you picking?
Oh, I'm picking Haney.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Haney a dog walker.
Dog walk who?
He a dog walk the hell out of Tio.
He last time I seen Haney, looked like he had a problem walking.
Man, 1 point.
Ah, man, you going off the one little buzz.
Hey, he was drunk in love.
Are you going off?
He was drunk in love. Was he drunk in love or no? Wait, was he drunk in love? Are you
going off the one little buzz?
Was he drunk in love?
Hey,
what's up, brother? We're glad you joined in the building. We here. We're glad.
All right.
Who do you have? Who you got, AK?
Between Teofimo and Devin?
You got Lopez?
Yeah.
You got Lopez.
Wow.
All right.
How? Explain that one.
All right, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I think Devin Haney got the boxing skills to pretty much outbox anybody, right? But now it's clear that he ain't got the pop or the heat that keep them boys off of him. So the question would be is this: you know what? I will pick Devin Haney. I pick Devin Haney. I think he'll be smart enough not to trade with Teofimo. I think he'll be smart enough not to trade with Teofimo and get it done. I pick Devin, but I think I'm gonna keep it. It's a close eye on it now. I'm gonna keep a close eye on it.
you see what Teofimo looked like after Lomachenko got enough heart to go try him. That's what you're doing. Hey, check it. It was the boxing ability that put him on his heels. He came back in the 12th. I give him that. But from because Lomachenko came out there and backed up for 6 rounds and gave him to him. And then when he goes in and tries him, he touches.
Wait a minute. What's the reason why Lomachenko was back there? It was some hot sauce on that popcorn. It wasn't no problem. It was some hot sauce on that popcorn. He didn't agree with it.
And he sold himself short because he comes in there against Nakatani and goes in and fight the right style. If he'd have fought Tio like that, Tio wouldn't have beat him.
I'm glad you're here. I'm glad we're here. Now listen, let's be clear. Lomachenko, world famous for catching somebody off a layoff and rusty and jumping all over them. Why what was all that energy when he was in the ring with Tio? Come on, man. Where was it at? You wasn't injured.
I said he took 6 rounds off.
Yeah, because of that hot sauce. It was some heat on that jab.
Hey, now this is AK. I agree with you. Lopez did his thing against Lomachenko,
but if I give you 6 rounds,
if I got to put the money on Haney and Lopez, I got to put the money on Haney.
Like I say, I believe Devin will be able to outbox him. Because it's like this. He cannot bang with Teofimo. If he bang with Teofimo, he's looking at the ring lights. I'm just saying that now. But I think he'd be smart enough to try to outbox him, and he may be able to pull it off. So I can understand that pick. But back to this Lomachenko stuff. When they both came together in the 12th round and they made it look like Loma had a chance, he whooped that man. He didn't win the kick.
I said that. He got it back in the 12th.
When both hands was moving, Loma was throwing his and Tio was throwing his, somebody had to hold on.
Okay, now remember back to what I said. When the fight started, the first 6 rounds, Lomachenko gave them fights to him because he ran, right? Now,
You know
when he started, okay, but hold, let me finish it off now. Now, remember, after that, when he went in there and he tried to go get him, what did he do? He outboxed him all the way. But the 12th round, I give Tio credit. He came back and won and put the stamp on the letter. And that's what got him over. And I ain't got a problem with that. But those 5 rounds, when he went out there and went at him, Tio did not know what to do. And this is Lomachenko, who's a smaller guy.
I tell y'all what. When they fight this rematch, if Lomachenko come out there like he came against Nagataki, he looked at the ring lights by round 6.
You think the way he fought Nakatani is going to get him knocked out?
Get him put to sleep.
I doubt it.
Okay. Listen, you know what? Okay, all right. It's a reason why he stayed away from that.
I tell you why, though, bro. You know,
it's the reason why he stayed away from that youngster for 6-7 rounds.
The reason he was so successful with Nakatani was he stayed within his power. He couldn't find him either because he kept moving. He was shifty on him. So every time he tried to focus and set up on him, he would move again and move again and move again. Mm-hmm. And he was always behind him. Do you think Tio going to be able to make it up like that? I doubt it.
Yes.
No way. I don't see it. I don't see it. He don't got that type of boxing ability. Plus, he's a flat-footed fighter. He got to be flat-footed to generate power.
Whoa. He outboxed him. He outboxed Lomachenko.
Bruh.
He did.
Hold on, bro. No, we can't say he outboxed.
Why can't we?
Okay, I'm gonna break it down for you one more time. This man ran for 6 rounds.
Who ran?
Yes, Lomachenko did that. If a man is running away from you, he's giving you rounds. He gave them to you. Now count it from the time that he planted his feet and came in like a man and fought him, and they actually had back and forth. Who was winning then? Lomachenko was winning. Only in the 12th round did he come back and get that. I give him that 12th, but them other rounds I can't give him.
No. Okay, let's stop right there. He got beat up in the 12th. He got whooped in the 12th.
I get that. Yeah, Lopez. I believe I gave that round to Lopez too.
Yeah, we all gave him the 12th round. I'm not even arguing.
I mean, hey, listen.
Hold on, listen to this. Let me say something real quick. When I sit back, when I watch that fight, and I ain't watching it in a minute, but I've watched that fight a few times.
Go ahead.
I believe my theory was this. Lomachenko said his shoulder was hurt. Okay, whatever.
Oh,
but I believe that it took Lomachenko the first 6 rounds to feel Lopez's power. And then that's when Lomachenko said, you know what? He got some power, but I think I can withstand it. And then the 7th round, that's when he started attacking. I don't know why Lomachenko didn't box the first 6 rounds. I cannot explain that to you. But like Black Star said, he gave up the first 6 rounds. He did. The man did not box into the 7th round. Why? I do not know why.
I do.
And what was that?
Go ahead, Osai.
No, you said you do it, and I'm asking, why didn't he box into the 7th round?
Listen, this is exactly what he was doing. He realized he was looking across from him. He saw something in Teofimo. See, boxing fighters know another fighter. He saw something in Teofimo that he ain't like. He saw that Teofimo wasn't overcommitting and wasn't giving him the wide open shot that he was looking for. And Teofimo hand and foot speed was faster than he anticipated. So what he was hoping for, he was hoping the second half of the fight that young boy would run out of gas or the moment be too much for him. But see what Teofimo was doing was saving up some of that gas so he could try to get that man out there at the end of the fight. That's what Teal was doing. But trust me when I tell you, if Lomachenko would have started earlier, he'd have got stopped.
Well, that's something I definitely wanted to see because that's what I thought he should have did because here you had a guy that was just finally getting to the big time like that. He had to be a little nervous, a little unsure of himself. You supposed to get on him right there and just, and that's why I say if he came out there like that, especially that fight, and he was moving the way he did with Nakatani, that would have gave the young guy fits because he couldn't have been confident in it. He couldn't have settled in. He couldn't have got comfortable because he'd have been basically trying to chase Lomachenko to catch him with that hand. So that would have put him at a disadvantage. That would have worked in Lomachenko's favor, like it did against Nakatani. Nakatani had hell of a time. They're like, damn, I can't get to this dude. Where's he going? I mean, he did it beautifully. I got to give it to him. If he does that same thing with Tio, I don't see Tio coming out on top on that, man.
Oh yeah,
I could
yeah,
see
yeah,
it.
yeah,
I
yeah.
could see it having a hard time, but he didn't do that, and that's where he messed up. He let this young guy get in there and get confident, get comfortable, and really feel like, oh man, I got this. And then he came in at him. I'm like, oh my god, the
It took
advantage
you
that you
7 rounds. Hold on, it took you
yeah
7 rounds. It took you 7 rounds. It took you 7 rounds. It took you 7 rounds.
exactly.
7.
That's exactly. You're right.
Stop that.
You're
That man,
absolutely right.
that man, listen, that man saw that boy hand and foot speed was better than he thought, and he felt that hot sauce. That hot sauce kept you
Well,
out there.
now I buy the hot sauce part. I think the
The
power
hot
drove him off.
sauce.
But as far as the skills, I don't know. I don't know if Tio is
And
that great skill.
and
But I
listen,
do like the power.
listen. And what I want y'all to do is this. Go back and look at that 12th round again, just one more time. And if that referee didn't step in and give him that extra break, he might not have made it out of there. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no doubt he had the 12th round. That ain't no
No,
doubt
no, no, no,
about
no,
that.
no, no. I'm talking about when he
Yeah.
hurt Lomachenko.
That's the round when I said I had to give it to the youngster for that, for being able to come back and get that back like that, because the way the fight went and how he recovered in the end was impressive. That part I gave him. That part I did. But when I look back at the thing, I'm looking at Lomachenko like, damn, bro, you didn't give yourself a chance.
You're a good lawyer. You're a good lawyer. You're a good lawyer.
You can't go in there and give nobody 6, 7 rounds, man. You done gave the fight away before you even started.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it didn't think mentally. You behind now. You know you behind because you know what you gave up. Now you got to go in and be careless. You got a greater chance of getting caught. You know,
you got one or
making
two
that choice.
choices.
You know what I'm saying? You flipped the whole game against yourself. That wasn't smart.
You got one or two choices. You either wait to start boxing or you sleep by the 6. You pick.
There you go. But you notice when he went there with Nakatani, it wasn't no wasted
Why we keep
energy.
doing this Nakatani thing?
Yeah.
Why we keep doing this Nakatani thing?
Same thing, because Nakatani and him both have the same type of feet.
Right.
Where we at now? Where we at now?
Hey, who you put in that spot though? Is that what you was asking?
I'm 10 female where he at.
Okay, what number would we at now? I'm sorry.
I think we
at
are
5. We was at 5.
It was at 5. Okay. Did we do 5? Okay, we did.
I know this next one gonna be real interesting.
Okay. Well, okay, where we at now? With number 6?
Uh-oh.
All right, fuck it. We had 6. They got Tyson Fury.
Here it come.
Tyson Fury.
Here it come.
Tyson Fury. Wow, man. I don't know. I can't put Tyson Fury on that list at all, man. How the hell can the largest heavyweight of all time be on the pound for pound list? That's ridiculous. That goes against the concept of the pound for pound list. You know?
Right.
So, dang, that is crazy. We at number 5 or number 6?
Number 6.
No, we was at 6.
Number 6. Oh, okay, number 6. Oh well, shit. I got to throw Deontay Wilder in there.
Oh.
Just basically for being the opposite, because Tyson Fury outweighed him by damn near what, 60 pounds?
I just want to let y'all guys know, neither one of you guys have yet to put Tank Davis in the on y'all cards yet.
Tank coming.
Okay.
Who's out the Tyson Fury? Who's out the Tyson Fury?
Number 7, they got Josh Taylor.
Yeah, I put Josh.
But we already had him on the list somewhere else.
Y'all got to put Josh Taylor higher than y'all guys rank already.
Yeah, I think so Josh Taylor already somewhere on the list. I don't got no problem with Josh Taylor being on the list and wherever you want to put him. No problem, man.
Yeah, Taylor pretty good, man.
Number 8, they got Lomachenko.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I got to agree
No.
with that.
No. No. That Nagataki window put you back on the list.
Nope.
No.
I don't see him. Now, see, now we can put Tank in that spot.
Okay. Number 8, they got Us. They got Us.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I gotta go with Jamal. I gotta put Jamal in there.
Jamal.
Yeah, I gotta put Jamal.
Jamal who?
All of them.
Jamal who?
Jamal Charlo.
Jamal Crawford who?
You know I'm talking about Charlo, man.
Did you say Jamal Charlo? Did you just say Jamal Charlo?
That's what I say.
Come on, Black Star.
Undefeated.
What you got to say about that?
Come on, man. Listen. Listen. I'm not a Charlo.
Come on, AK. Let's talk about it. I know you got something to say. Go on, get it out, man.
I love Jamal Charlo. I do. But these last few fights.
Huh?
No.
Hold on. What's wrong with his last fight?
No. Dewan Montiel?
What was wrong with it?
What was right about it?
He ain't losing around.
He clearly outboxed the man. He won every round.
Dude. Now let's start from the beginning. You're in the ring with a dude that Hyman McGee flat sparked, cleaned out. Right?
Yep.
And not only, come on, bro, he swole your eye up. He had sunglasses on or something last time. He wasn't right. Look, he couldn't look. He had to eat soup instead of pizza or burger. He had to eat soup. Come on, man. Juan Montiel was laying some level on that man. Winning the round.
Are you insinuating his jaw was broke or something?
No, but he had on sunglasses. His eye was closed up last week.
Okay.
His eye was a little swole. Yeah, it was a little swole.
A little swole.
But he got punched for one.
Okay, so I'm getting what you're saying, but check this out. Now,
the guy. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you cook. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you go.
Yeah, Montiel come out there, and everybody's giving him a lot of gusto and everything. And it's okay. He did better than expected. Okay, I understand that. But here's some things that everybody's missing out of and nobody's talking about. When he first came out in that fight, did he come out there like a traditional Mexican fighter and go in there and hang and bang, or did he take off and start moving backwards like Callum Smith did against Canelo? Because he didn't go in there to win the fight. He went backwards, and he made Jamal carry the fight. Basically, if Jamal don't go after him, then he's just going to sit back there. Nobody booed him for that. Now, if he's a traditional Mexican fighter, ain't he supposed to come forward and come in there and engage? And then they could have went to war from round one. It didn't ever happen because he knew if he did that, he was going to get stretched. So I give him credit though. It was a good strategy, and it almost paid out for him because it did give him some moments in there. He had moments, but he did not win rounds. Moments cannot equate to rounds. That's why he got swept the way he did. Little moments like hell, every little champ can get out there with somebody and get caught here and there. That's okay. But in this fight, he was not nowhere near consistent enough. He set back. Now he was good at the judgment of sitting back and knowing when he done shot his load a little bit, he a little tired. Now I'm gonna come in at him. And then when he came in, sometimes he get a good deal of the exchange. That's smart. And I'm not taking nothing away from him, but you got to put it in perspective. When he fought old boy Muhammad Mangia, he didn't fight him like that. He came in at him. And plus, on top of this, Montiel was a banger. He can punch. So for him to make a little swell on the eye, that's okay. It can be expected if you go 12 rounds with a hard puncher. You're going to have something. You shouldn't come out that fight looking the same. But I think he looked pretty damn good to go 12 rounds with a guy like that. He basically chased him for 12 damn rounds, making it happen and pretty much engaged in everything. There were moments where you can see him get a little winded. And some people criticized him for that. And I was like, wow, man, that's kind of tough,
right.
Because he was going there. He had every bit of the pressure in that whole joint was on him because it was on him to please the fans. It was on him to make the fight. And this guy knew it. And he said, we're gonna sit back and let it happen like this. Now, with that being said about that fight, that's okay. People can feel how they want to feel. That's fine. I just wanted to shine light on those couple little things that I noticed. Because if it was the other way around, they would have booed the hell out of him for backing up away from Montiel. But somehow they don't hold this guy. They always say this is when it's born. We don't see he's running. They cry. But when he did it, nobody said a damn thing. Nobody said nothing.
Mike 202, not to cut you out. Mike 202 said his whole face was so. And like I said before, okay, this is his first time that Charlo really got punched. But he took a couple punches. Okay, he took the punches because he had to take some punches just to get in to trap the guy from running.
Exactly.
So,
This guy
okay.
sits there and waits for you to come to him and catch you coming in and catches you with something. That doubles the power right there. That's what he's supposed to have been doing with him, but he couldn't because he wouldn't come forward like that. Every time they got into a real good thing, he'd step back. He kept his hands real high. You see what I'm saying? He was really playing it safe for the most part of the fight, which allowed him to last. Like I say, I'm not criticizing him for it. It's a nice strategy, but let's put it in perspective. It's just like when Earl fought Mikey Garcia. Mikey made sure that he was going to last that fight. He kept them hands up. He did certain things. Oh, wait a minute. Did you say something? Say it again, bro.
Was Earl's eyes swollen or closed at the end of the Mikey fight? Yes or no?
Man, do they judge fights by the eyes being swollen, bro?
Sure. I just asked you a question.
I mean, you keep saying about the eye. It doesn't.
After the Mikey fight.
The issue was the strategy, not the result.
It sounded like the answer to the question is no.
Jamal lose any rounds?
No, he didn't.
Okay.
But you was impressed with that? Just real quick, you was impressed with that performance?
Bro, I'm supposed to be upset about a fighter who didn't lose a round and won a fight?
Sir, I asked you, was you impressed with that performance?
Well, why wouldn't I be? He didn't lose any rounds and he won.
Listen. First of all, the opponent you had in front of you was supposed to win every round. You were supposed to have him out of there by the fourth or fifth round.
It's funny when people, I understand people upset with them guys, man, but
it's a keep busy fight. You're fighting a keep busy fight. This is a keep busy fight. You're not fighting this is a keep busy. This is okay. Let's just get in the ring to get a fight. That's what you was doing. And you know the distance. This was your have.
He washed this dude, bro. I don't know what the issues is. He washed this dude. This dude got 22 knockouts. He ain't going nowhere. He came out the other end. He still got his strap. He ain't lose a single round. And I'm supposed to shit on him? When Canelo fought Callum Smith went the distance. He didn't go nowhere. He swole his arm up, but nothing happened. Did anybody criticize Canelo for that? Nope.
But did Callum Smith do any damage to Canelo?
Man, this
All I'm gonna say you this.
If somebody told you, AK, but going into a fight that you was going to win the fight, you was going to win every round, but when you come out at the end, you're going to have a swollen eye. Will you take that or will you not take that?
That's what I'm saying. You fought Domachenko.
I ain't getting no answer though.
You fought Domachenko, right?
I ain't getting no answer though.
I'm gonna give you an answer. You fought a top level fighter and you look great. Domachenko's performance, wonderful. You didn't get the stops, but a great performance. That's the Jamal standard. You can't fight 1 month now and not get him out of there and get swollen up. You can't.
Wow.
I don't agree.
I mean, anybody can get punched and anybody can get swole, but it's all about your performance and what you do at the end of the day. And did you win the fight? I mean, okay, yeah, we seen Jamal get swole up. He had his sunglasses on at the end of the fight. Okay, I understand that. But clearly, the man won every single round by talking about on everybody's card. On everybody's card. So I just want to come to a conclusion.
I think your mic or something you sound a little distant.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, it still sounds a little.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I mean we can hear you, but it's not coming out clear like it should. I mean, like it's like you don't have the bass part, you got the treble instead of the bass coming out.
Okay, let me try something here.
Okay.
Let me try something here. See if I can get this thing.
Hello?
Yeah, there you go. You right on now.
Okay. Like I said, man, I just expected I'd expected a lot more from this Juan Montiel fight. That's it. I was disappointed. That's just me.
See, that's what you said. You expected it, so we came in with a premonition of how it was supposed to turn out. But you never know how fights gonna turn out because you styles makes fights, right? The style that Juan Montiel came in there with is not his normal style. He came in there with this plan specifically for him to make sure that he would endure because he knew how many times was he rocked in that fight.
Who?
Montiel.
He got rocked a couple times.
He got rocked a few times.
Right.
So he knew and that's where he made a mistake in his range. He stepped in at the wrong time and got caught. When he steps back, he did well. He stayed out of danger, and he was working it well. But those are the times where he made his mistakes, and he got caught from them. But when he stayed, he was able to stay in the fight, man. It was perfect, man. You know, I got to give him credit for the strategy.
There was a round that Charlo should have got him out of there, and all of his punches went wide. I want to say it was like the 6th round. He had him in the corner.
Yeah, could be. Yeah, I mean, because he was throwing them wide like that and everything. But you know, Montiel is an awkward fighter anyway. You know, even when he fight his regular style, he's awkward. That's one of the things he's known for. So like when he's throwing punches trying to catch him, he's throwing them, but Montiel's just getting out the way. His strategy was working. That's why I say that kudos to him for that. I'm not taking anything away from the man. He did his thing. He represented himself well. But for me, when I look at that fight, I'm thinking you coming in and we're gonna get. But this is he prides himself on the Mexican champion, right? They come in, how they fight. They come in going forward, right? This is what he's supposed to come in, but he didn't do that. And then my thing is the hypocrisy of how people judging Jamal for that. When this guy didn't fight the style he's supposed to fight, that they tell us that this is the style you're supposed to fight. Remember that they're always telling us, and they always criticize our fighters for not fighting like this. So I'm just shining the light to say why it's okay now, and it wasn't okay for one of us to do something like that. That's all I'm saying. You know, and I want to judge it on a straight path like that. Now, if they're consistent with their judgment in that, then they would have to agree with me.
Okay. It's safe to say that we are not going to see eye to eye on this here situation. It's safe to say, and
that's why this is the basement. This is why we're in the basement.
Yeah. We are definitely we are not going to see eye to eye on this here. And
it's all good though. It's all good, brother. It's all good.
Safe to say we're gonna have to agree to disagree on this one.
Yeah, that's fine, man. But you know, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say I didn't, think that he was gonna get him out of there too. You know, I wanted to see that too, but then, in a lot of ways it's unfair. It's like for when the guy go in there and say, "Look, man, you gotta knock him out." That already put your fighter out of where he needs to be mentally, and it caused him to make mistakes because he got that pressure on him. Now, looking at him carrying all that, knows that it was much harder to fight that fight. You couldn't be as relaxed and patient and let the fight come to you, let the knockout come to you like normally you would. You couldn't do that now. You got to go get it. You got to make it happen. You got to create the knockout. That's so much harder to do. Where if you sit back and y'all fighting like this and y'all going tit for tat, now it's time for you to catch him or something like that. Now it opens it up for that to come naturally. And you won't have to put yourself in harm's way to catch him. You see, now when you land that punch, it's going to be more solid now. A lot of times, if you notice too, he stayed out of range. If you look at the photos, when he catches him with them straight punches and everything, watch how he leans so forward. He got to lean so forward because he's just out of punching range. And he's reaching with the punch. And by doing so, he's taking away from his own power. That's smart on Montiel's his corner, man. That's why I say it was a brilliant strategy on their part, because it paid dividends right there. Those are the little things that's happening inside there that made the fight come out the way that it did. That's the thing where you punch them like, okay, he's right here. Then as soon as you throw your punch, he done got back a little bit. Now you're reaching to make it touch. You know what I'm saying? So now he can take it now. But if he stayed in there and you caught him flush, now he might get wobbled. That's the difference. That's how close that fight was.
Yes, sir. Mike 202 said, being a Maul fan, he wanted a knockout.
Yeah, I did too, bro. I ain't even gonna lie, I did too though. But after looking at it, I had to notice those things too, man, because it's hard to, well, we already talked about that that, man. That is what it is, man. But as far as that, and then the Derenchenko fight before them, I think that fight impressed me, the Derenchenko one, because he stayed disciplined. He stayed within his discipline. He didn't reach out there like he did this fight. He didn't do that fight, so he was much more comfortable, laid back in there to fight with Derenchenko. I don't think Montiel was a better fighter than Derenchenko, to be quite honest with you. But go ahead, bro.
No, I just want to add something. But like you said before, there was a lot of pressure on Maul, being that he was fighting at home in Houston. He was the only black fighter on the Juneteenth. So it was a lot of pressure on it for him to get the knockout. And when you got a lot of pressure like that for it to go to get the knockout, a lot of the time the knockout doesn't come because you're looking for the knockout.
Yeah, but I mean, it was close in there, and then it made for some good rounds, some good action, and it really made the night, really. So people, and my thing, I might sound like I'm defending them, because I don't like some of the things that they say or anything either. But I've been a fan of them because I'm gonna support the brothers. But when they gave him the key to the city, man, before this fight, they gave him the key to the city, and then you go in here now. You know how much pressure is on this man back in this fight. He got to come. He got to come through. If he don't come through in this fight right here,
I'm gonna tell you right now. If I'm ever in trouble, Black Star, you are my defense attorney.
I got you, my brother. I got you. You might not get 5 to 10. I mean 10 to 5 to 10. Yeah, you might. I can keep you out of that, but 0 to 5, I don't know, bro. I can't make no guarantee.
Man, this man done went from jail. You done got the man out of prison. All he had to do is pay a fine. I got you.
Oh man.
Man, we getting kind of late in the show. Hey, let me get you guys' opinion on the Tank fight from last week. First, let's do the Eric Luba and Banana. What did you guys think about that?
Oh man. Yeah. I expected it to be a good fight, but I tell you one thing was revealed over everything, and it actually now it makes you go back and look at the fight between Jamel and him, and it doesn't look as impressive now because you can see that Banana got a issue to the body, man. He got a heavy issue to the body, so it's got me kind of confused about that one now, and it makes me wonder about this Castano fight coming up too. That makes that fight way more competitive than anybody can imagine because a lot of people don't know Castano. And Castano is like a damn Earl Spence type fight. He got that type of energy, and he's consistent with his. This is not no joke. And like I said before, the 154-pound title has been hell to hold on to, and we see upset after upset after upset at 154 because, like I say, to me, that's the toughest division in boxing. Now this right here is geared up just like Texana. Texana took him on, figure okay, I'll take him on, then I'll fight Jamel. Okay, that extra fight got him strapless, and now who got the belt? Now who's fighting? You see. So, and this guy got wins over Earl Spence in the amateurs. So now this is very interesting now. This is a huge fight, so it ain't no guarantee that he gonna win that fight. But he gonna have to show us something to win it. That's for sure, because Castano ain't no joke.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, Kay, what was your thoughts on the Luba and Banana fight last week?
I thought it was a good fight. I mean, it was entertaining, man. I mean, it went how I predicted it, except for I didn't really. I mean, well, yeah, it did. I mean, he hurt Banana, and then Banana hurt him. But like I said, if you look, Lubin was chopping at his body the whole fight. You know what I mean? He was trying he was chopping at his body, which he picked that up from Jamel. You know what I'm saying? And one thing you skipped, you didn't mention Black Star. He said what that made you concerned about Jamel versus Castano, but just remember, Lubin went to sleep messing with Jamel too.
Yeah, but you're right.
Uppercut.
Yeah, he caught him on the chin
in the middle of the ring.
Hell, he got rocked a little bit from Banana too in that fight.
Who?
Lubin did.
Yeah, he got rocked.
So you saw a little bit of both of that. So, but like I say, that's 154, man. That's how I'm saying why it's the best division in boxing. Because, man, we didn't know how it was going to go. We knew something good was going to happen, but we couldn't predict the ending. And it could have went either way.
Yeah, but once I saw Luba got himself together and his trainer came to him and said, "Look, man, why are you doing all this extra stuff? Just go ahead and stick to the game plan." And he went back there and went on, chopped him down.
Yeah, he got him out of there. I was like, wow, man. But he definitely got something wrong to the abdomen, man. I don't know what that is. I ain't never seen a fighter act like that.
I mean, but listen though, man. He got hit to the body by 2 bombers that can crack.
Yeah.
Mike Two said Luba's chin is still suspect. Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Why? Why?
Yeah.
Banana can crack. Banana can crack.
But Banana was hurt. Banana was hurt and came back.
Yeah.
I believe. Listen, I believe if Lubison would have turned it on, he could have stopped Banana at first. But he didn't turn it on. For some reason, he let Banana come back, and Banana wound up cracking him with a hard right. And then all of a sudden, I think that was the 6th round. That's not late in the 5th round. That's when the fight had started changing a little bit. And then, like you said, when Coach Cunningham brought him back to the corner and something like, man, listen, go back to boxing, man. Go back to the body, and you can get this chump up out of here. And that's what Lubison did.
Yeah, man. But it was a good fight, man. Hey, he won now. So if Jamel
he's the mandatory for Maul.
If he get this win, then we gonna get that rematch, which is even great. Which he great. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna win, but hey, man, he earned the right. So hey, he next up. But
Mel gonna beat the brakes off that boy.
Yeah, but he got to get past that Castano though. He can't get to thinking him past that cat.
He's stopping Castano.
Okay. I hope you're right, bro. I hope you're right.
He leaves us up. See, Jamal is the thing I like about Jamal is to the point where he's like a sharpshooter. Anybody that come at him throwing a rock or punches, he's gonna catch. Like you got to fight him like kind of like Austin Trout fought him. You got to give Jamal angles. You got to keep moving. If you come at Jamal and he sees any kind of opening, he gonna put you to sleep. You gonna wait there.
Now consider this. Now fighting this type of fighter, Castano, who is as active as he is and brings it like that. Do you think it's possible that Jamal is going to get suckered into a brawl to the point where he's gonna be coming in and reaching, and open himself up to get caught, which could happen if he loses discipline. Now he's known to be a hothead, but the last when he fought Banana, he did impress me with the way he kept his head, because he could have got loose in that fight too. But if he loses it in this one here, because this is a different style fighter here, and this is a guy that got a motor on him, and he got the endurance. So
I think Castano's motor gonna get him in trouble.
You think it'll go the other way?
Yeah, he gonna give Jamal the opportunities he need to go and get him with Mel.
Yeah, I hope so, man. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be a damn good fight.
This the real big Tyler. We ain't doing that. We ain't exactly need Miami to go 12 with us running us up. We getting them out of there.
Getting them up out of there.
Okay. Man. Let me get you guys' opinion on the main event that was last weekend. Tank Davis fight.
Well,
yeah, man. Go ahead, AK.
I mean, I loved it, man. The only thing I was mad at that I had to watch it on my phone at work, but it was a great fight. It went exactly how we predicted it. You know what I mean? I figured he would have problems early for the fight, and then the second half he'll start figuring it out. You know what I mean? I think he went a little too far this time in terms of turning it on, but he still was able to turn it on and get him out of there. Great fight, great performance.
Black Star.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man. Like, before the fight, I said, Mario Barras is a bigger Leo Santa Cruz with more skill and power, and he showed that, and he presented some obstacles, and Tank, he made his adjustments and he stayed persistent, and it paid off. At the time he went in and made his move, and hey, it paid off, man. I mean, he was knocking that big boy around the ring, man, and he proved that his power travels. And if you notice, BoxRec ranked him number 1 at 140 over Josh Taylor.
Wow.
And I gotta say this, and AK might not agree with me on this, but I gotta say this: if you look at that fight between him and Josh Taylor, I think he can beat Josh Taylor too.
Who?
Tank.
Oh yeah, I believe that too. I believe Tank will beat Josh Taylor too. I believe that.
All right, I'm gonna tell you what I said on my show. I'm hoping that AB can get in the ring with Gary Antoine Russell, because the fight I want is Tank and Gary Antoine Russell. That's the fight I want. So bad. I want that fight so bad.
It's a nice mix, man. That's a nice mix right there. That's a damn good fight. Damn good fight right there.
Mm.
Yeah,
Battle
man.
of the Beltway. The
Yeah,
battle of the Beltway.
Yeah,
he
man.
ain't.
They got to bring one of them fights to DC, man. They got to. They got to.
Well, I mean, Tank's from Baltimore, so it's going to be in the DMV one way or another. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what it's gotta be, man. They, well, you know, they'll be talking. Let's go to Atlanta, man. I don't want to hear that shit.
I ain't mad. I ain't mad at that though. We can go to Black Hollywood. We can go to Black Hollywood.
No, man. DMV got to have ours, bro. Come on, man.
I don't mind going to Black Hollywood though. We can go to Black Hollywood.
Nah, I want one right here. I want one right in DC.
Well, you know we're gonna have to go to Baltimore. He ain't coming to DC. We gotta go to Baltimore.
That's okay. I run that 45 down the road to get to it. 45 minutes to get to him.
Mike 202 say Josh Taylor will quit in the ring against Tank.
Shit, I think if he beat him, he gonna knock him
What?
out, man.
Listen now. Listen. Mike. Josh Taylor's a dog. Josh Taylor's a dog. I picked Tank to win, but Josh Taylor's a dog. Josh Taylor going out on his shield. He is not that. No. Josh Taylor a dog, Charlie. Josh Taylor's a dog, man. I like Josh Taylor. I do.
I like Josh too.
I like Josh Taylor, man.
It's just it's something about Tank when Tank get you lined up.
Oh no, I believe Tank can get him. I believe Tank can get him, but I mean, yeah. I got Josh Taylor willing to go out on his shield.
Yeah, he definitely go. He gonna give it all he got. I give him that. I ain't gonna be no easy day at the office, but I think eventually he'll get him because for one, you know, Josh doesn't have that many professional fights. He accomplished a lot really fast. So a little bit of that experience he didn't quite get, but he did achieve the success. So you know, it's kind of that balance is kind of up in the air. Tank is more seasoned, had more time, had been at it longer, so he's a lot more technical than people give him credit for.
That's true.
He would definitely catch him. So at some point he'd size him up like he did Leo and hit him with that perfect punch in the right position.
Slam. Listen, that's gonna be a fight. Don't make no bones about it. Josh can box and he can bang. Don't get it twisted now. It's gonna be a good fight.
Yeah, but he better keep his ass away. He don't want to get in close.
You know what I'm saying? Josh can go, bro. Josh can go.
He can, man. I ain't taking nothing away.
Josh can go, bro. You hear me?
I want to ask you guys something. How do you guys, looking at the Tank fight that we watched last week, how do you guys feel about Mayweather being in the audience and communicating with Tank the way he was communicating with Tank during the fight?
Man.
And I want to also ask you guys this too. How do you guys feel about Calvin Ford not really getting any recognition at the press conference after the Tank and Barrios fight? All questions were aimed at Tank, Leonard Ellerbe, and Floyd Mayweather, but no questions were really aimed directly at Calvin Ford, and Calvin Ford really never spoke up at the press conference. I want to get you guys' opinions on that.
Oh man, that Calvin Ford thing, man, that is a travesty, man. But you know, the thing about it is, man, they relate Tank so close to Floyd that they pretty much married for life now. Because anytime you think of you talk about Tank, you know that he's automatically Floyd. But Calvin Ford deserves every bit of the credit, man. And it's not fair that he don't get it, man. You know, because we always, praising other trainers, man, like Reynoso and guys like that, who don't have the history of a guy like Calvin Ford, man. I mean, he's on his way building it, and he's doing pretty good right now. But shit, Calvin Ford's still doing this thing. He's still there. He still got the guy that possibly is the Canelo at 140. You know. I mean, he need to be getting his props, man. And when it comes to that, man, I look at Tank too, because I think Tank need to be more vocal about that too, and give his guy give his trainers more props, man. Because I mean, that's the guy that took him from the streets to where he is right now. Really.
Right. So, okay. Now, give me your opinion on Floyd having so much dictation throughout the fight, being outside the ring and not in Tank's corner, but actually being like in the audience talking to Tank during the fight. What's your opinions on that?
I don't have a problem with none of it. I don't have a
Yeah,
problem with none of it. I
yeah,
don't
but
have.
yeah.
Listen, go ahead. Hello.
No, not get go ahead, brother.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. The one moment that he was screaming at Tank about the score, it was accurate. The funny thing about it is, I'm sitting there saying, like, how did Floyd know that? Is he watching? Is he watching that thing on the telecast, or did he go over there by the commentators' table to hear what they were saying? But what he said was accurate. Tank was down on the unofficial Steve Fourier card. That's true. It was true. He needed to hear what he was saying because after he dropped Barrios in that one round, it did look like Tank took the next round off. So Floyd was right. Like, yo, man, you down on the unofficial, man. Kick it in gear. I think that they got a relationship good enough to know because listen, when in the pandemic, they all went to Vegas and he was in the ring working with Floyd and all that. I think they got a good enough relationship to know the dynamic of the situation. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And the thing about Calvin not getting his recognition, they do that to all black trainers. You know what I'm saying?
You
They
know
do that to
what?
all black trainers.
You got a great point about that too. You absolutely right about that, bro. They do that, man. And the thing is, also, it should also shine a light on people too when they be talking about possibilities of fixed fights and stuff like that. How can they be? And this is the other thing. How can you tell somebody at that moment where they stand when at the end of fights they always pause a few and then announce the winner? Why they don't say the end of the fight, then boom, they announce the winner? You see what I'm saying? He already knew he was right. That was information that was critical to him to let him know I got to turn it up now. I got to go in here and I got to do it.
Yeah.
He went in there and did it, and that's an advantage to be able to do that. You shouldn't be able to get that type of information during a fight. Now that's one thing I would say because that really gives a guy unfair advantage. Because if you're a guy that's new getting in the sport, you don't have the type of power to get that kind of information. But since this guy does, he gets something that that really is an unfair advantage. That's almost like Spygate.
Yeah, yeah.
But
So with
hey,
that being said,
I want to say one thing, bro, before you catch on, if you don't mind.
wait, wait.
Mike 202 was saying earlier, it's okay, Black Maul got the win, but now he got opponents questioning him, which is good because since then, now all of a sudden Canelo say he talking about fighting Jamal now.
Yes.
Isn't that funny?
Yes.
And that's the plus that came out of it too.
Yeah, that's
That's the
true.
plus.
That's true. That's true. I wouldn't want to get my eye closed up to make somebody want to fight me though.
Hey, bro, I wear them battle scars for the win. Maybe because I'm a football player, I don't mind it, but I take them lumps. But yeah, man. But it's interesting, man, and it's good. It's gonna be good to see where these guys go from here. And if Keta Plant don't fight Canelo or whatever, man, he's gonna have to do something else. So I mean, there's other big fights there, and that's one thing that's true though, man. Everybody can't keep putting all their eggs in the Canelo basket either. It's a lot of great fights to be made without that guy, and you're not going to surpass him if you're gonna make him your focal point of your career anyway. If you go out there and start laying bodies and he not doing it as much, even though he's maybe risen to a status in people's minds now, at some point that balance can be off killed by the body of work. So if you go out there and you put it in, which is why I'm upset with Earl not being able to get this undisputed because I don't see it happening now. The one thing we didn't talk about was why the WBA didn't give Manny Pacquiao that damn belt back. Somebody tell
Right,
me the reason why wouldn't they do that? If it was anybody else, they would have gave it back to him so that opportunity would be there. Why wouldn't boxing at 147. One man been carrying that division for how many years now? And he's going for something, and they're not backing him, but they back Canelo wholeheartedly without even questioning. And that right there should be either. Anybody going for undisputed should be supported. I don't. That's across the line because to be the best is what's supposed to be the aim of the sport in the first place. So why is this guy not getting the support that he needs to achieve the goal that he set for himself years ago?
right. Let me get you guys take on the fight tonight.
Lil B Hop,
Lil B Hop.
he should win. He should win. He should, he should be able to outclass dude tonight, if not get him out of there. He should win.
Yeah, well, you know, he better. There's gonna be some people on his ass if he don't. After
Yeah,
people was still upset
yeah.
with him about what he said earlier, so they waiting. People was clowning him for missing the weight, you know, having to get on the scale twice. You know, so if he go in there and he drop an egg, they really gonna come on his head. So
Oh,
he better pull that out.
he had problems with weight yesterday.
Yeah, man, he had to reweigh himself twice.
Mm.
Yeah, so, you know, people was getting on him for that. So, you know, that started a whole, you know, uproar. But I think his goal was to try to draw attention to his fight because he ain't really getting the attention that
Exactly.
you know he deserves. So he figured I'm gonna say something controversial. I'm gonna throw it out there. People gonna react. People gonna talk about it. People gonna watch. So we're gonna see what the ratings look like after this. It may work in his favor. It may not. From what I understand, you know, he didn't talk to Wilder or whatever, and they supposed to talk things or whatever. If I heard it right, but I heard something like that. So maybe that's what went down. I don't know. You know, but hey, you know, if that's the case, man, I can understand it because you're trying to make it, man. You're trying to get some lights, get some shine, people to notice you, benefit your career. You know, I mean, look at him. He got what, 13, 14 fights? And you look and can transpose that to Josh Taylor, who's now undisputed with as many fights as he got. You see what I'm saying? And you just now trying to get into a position to get your first championship fight. You know, how do we speed this up? How he can do it in 15 fights? Lomachenko can do it in 14, 15 fights. But you 14, 15, and they still trying to get you into the contender, you know, bracket still.
Right. Right. Yes, sir. Well, this show is coming to an end. You guys want to give me last comments for the day?
Hey man, I appreciate y'all brothers, man. You know, it's been a minute since I had a chance to get up on here, man. Been busy, you know, doing a lot of little crazy stuff, and you know, looking out for my big head nephew and stuff like that, and my old lady here. Shout out to you, sweetie, if you watching. Um, you know, I look forward to these things, man. I get to talk boxing, man, with the brothers, man, and you know, hey, that stuff makes my day, man. And I appreciate y'all brothers, man. I appreciate Basement for having me, man. Everybody support my brother Basement Boxing Talk, man. He's growing, man. So, hey, spread the word, share my brother out, man. Let's grow this thing, man, because, you know, hey, we're going to keep grinding. That's all we know how to do.
Yes, sir. AK? AK?
Yeah, don't forget to subscribe to my good brother, aka the Apostle, too, man. Team Lonely Child Boxing, man. Check my brother out. He on Facebook as well. You know his boxing, man, from DMV, man. So, you know, he supports my good brother as well. You know, because we be on here chopping it up, man. And we appreciate him coming through here too, rocking up with us too as well. You know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. AK, you there? I think he might have dropped off. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'm giving
Yeah.
my shot. Hey, I'd like to thank my good brother, AK the Apostle, who came through. He might pop back in for coming through, you know, on the panel like you do, man. I appreciate that good brother, man. Like Black Star said, subscribe to him, man. Good brother on Facebook. He got a nice little channel. I want to thank my good brother Black Star Sports TV 2.0 for coming through like he do every weekend, man. Hey, bro, I appreciate you for coming through, man. It's always love chopping up with you, man. You know how we do. I want to
Exactly.
get, yes, sir. I want to get shout out to everybody that was in the chat, man. Mike 202, we here, Jack Tripper, any PGH Big Dog, anybody I missed, man. Hey, I apologize. I thank you for coming through. I thank you for everybody who listened to us on Clutch Radio, home of the Slick DJ Slick Rick Morning Show. I appreciate y'all guys for listening to. I want you guys to subscribe to my good brother Black Star, my good brother AK. And if you ain't subscribed to me, man, subscribe to Basement Boxing Talk on all social medias, man. Follow me on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. I appreciate you guys for listening to me and paying us attention. Hey, next week we be here talking same stuff every week. Next week, 2:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My good brother Blackstar, you going on tomorrow?
I'm shooting for it, man. I think I probably will, man. You know, it's the fourth, so just look out for that notification, man. We may be going on tomorrow for sure.
Yes, so subscribe to my good brother Black Star Sports TV too, man. Hit the subscribe and hit the notification. We might be live tomorrow, and that might be Monday. Hey, I appreciate everybody for coming through. Once again, we had a great show. It's your boy Basement Boxing Talk, and this show is out. I like to say peace, and we out.